Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to TMI, Too Much Information. Happy February 1st, 2022. I am your host, Tonk7. Be sure to check out our other content. We got TMI Tuesdays with me, Tonk7. Then we got following that, we got Mike on the Mic. He hosts like an open mic show discussion type forum at 10 p.m. on Tuesdays. And then we have Cash In Tickets with Brandon the Bookie and Big Kev Thursdays at 10 p.m. And then we have Drop the Mic again. It's Mike on the Mic. He's hosting Drop the Mic on Saturdays at 10 p.m. And then kind of in between that on the days, El Capitan Chris Adams will be doing his show. It's usually a discussion type forum show, or he's either calling a game. So he's just involved kind of in the background of everything, but he also does his own show too. So yeah, please check us all out. We're getting finally a good schedule going on here and improving what we're building upon. Please like, subscribe, share. Thank you for bringing all this attention to us. We really enjoy what we're bringing to you guys. And hopefully all my Florida friends aren't getting hit with too many iguanas right now. We don't really have too many reptiles up here in the PNW, so looking good right now. I just want to bring El Capitan in here with me.
What up?
What's up, man?
So I'm glad that we're doing the game show. I was planning. Hold on a second, bro. I'll be right back. Take it over for a second. Guys, make sure to like and subscribe. I got to turn this.
Yeah.
Thing off.
So we're trying to aim this around like being like a game show where like we talk about certain topics, and then we have people say who won or lost, and then at the very end we decide a winner.
Yes,
which is going to be me most of the time because
I mean it's his show, so he's winning it. But guys, how we'll divvy up this format once we get a little bit of thing going? We're working a couple of angles. It's going to be fun. We'll be bringing on guests, and so we'll find you guys either through YouTube, Twitter. We'll get into some form of communication. We'll put together the itinerary of the questions. You'll be put into teams. You'll be put against each other on the teams. So say if it's El Capitan's team and you'll be on Tonk's team, we'll go through these discussions. We'll rapid fire each other's reasons of opposition and what we think. The audience will vote, or the producer, whoever's producing it, will vote. And then the winner on the winning side will get a prize. And what that prize will be, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I got cards to give away. I've got all kinds of stuff. Like, I'm waiting for the 500 subscribers, which we're almost there.
We're almost there.
And I'm going to be giving away a Tua card. So,
what? Look at that.
Yeah, brand new Tua card, mint conditions, nice. 2021. So, in mint condition. I got other stuff.
That's even a Brian Flores edition. Ooh, too soon?
Dude, too soon. Nastiness is coming out. We're gonna talk about that, guys.
Also, yeah, we're getting into a lot. We're getting into a lot tonight. There's a lot going on.
Oh my
with the
goodness
NFL.
gracious, bro! That's why we started late. That's why we started late, bro.
Yeah, That's
some of the
why
other prizes we'll be giving away is I got Dolphins swag. Here's just some of the hats of stuff we'll be giving away.
So
we got good prizes coming here in the future, guys. We just got to work out giveaways. So, Tonk, before we get going, man, and guys, please make sure to hit the like button. Dude, like, is this team just any more off the rails for the Dolphins? I mean, in more ways than one, everyone was going at the head coach, Brian Flores. A lot of these rumors are swirling about him being a bad guy, about him being a complete asshole, not working well with others. And maybe these things are true. But like I said to people back then, what my eye told me is he was good at his job. And what I heard up to that point were only good things. So all of a sudden, an emotional fire comes along, and now the guy's ousted. And listen, let's be real. When you sign big deals for millions of dollars, okay, there's gag orders in line. You can't say shit. Not to mention, even if he could, he's trying to get another job. Well, he went to go get another job and seen himself get screwed over, and now he's willing to talk. Gag order be damned, bro. They're talking about collusion. They're talking about cheating, talking about throwing football games. The NFL just started getting betting going on. You're talking about a team potentially throwing football games? That ain't good, bro. FBI is coming. Some big shit gonna happen.
It looks like Tyson Woodley versus Jake Paul.
Oh, damn, bro. Oh, bro. So, let's try to get through this game show, man, and we're gonna bring it back around. We're gonna get to all of these. The game show had to be audible.
Thank you, Carrie.
Thank you, Kahari.
My bad.
No, thank you, man. Listen, as you guys know that have been following the show, Q, Jonathan, I know you're kind of new around here and stuff. Miami Beast,
thank you for commenting.
Thank you guys for getting in the comments, and please hit the like button. But on the Finn's tailgate, me and all my guys we felt like the wool was being pulled over our eyes. And as you can see by Tonk being literally all my guys are in different time zones. And I got a lot of people that live in South Florida, and we're all from West Palm Beach. Am I right, Tonk? We're all from West Palm Beach. All of our friends and family are still in these areas. Me too. I've been up and down it too. I lived in Daytona for quite a bit too. My point is, guys, we got a lot of friends around here. So when we make educated guesses and we make observations and we're doing well thought out thoughts, we took our time in making our decisions. And we patiently said something else is happening with this Flores firing here. And the rumblings we've heard weren't good. There was scandal afoot, but it didn't sound like scandal afoot from the head coach. It sounded like more of the scandal afoot that I do know about. And that's Stephen Ross, who has just been a terrible owner with one blow up bully gate, cocaine freaking people on the team. Cocaine coaches. We got Bullygate, cocaine cowboy coaches, Richie Incognito.
Yeah,
you're talking about Richie Incognito and whatever. My point is, it's been one shit firestorm after
Miami,
another, bro.
dude.
It's not Miami, bro. Miami didn't have that. We were a standard of excellence for a long time, and this owner has put us in. He's put us in the bad point, man. Yeah, color in here too. Color through 5612, dog. Guess where color lives?
Let's get through this.
Listen,
let's get.
Guess where color lives? Color lives on Purdy. He lives on Purdy Lane.
Nice.
He lives on Purdy, dog. Up and down. He lives where
you're from. Close to my dad's old place on
Color
9.
Don't worry, dog. I won't say where on Purdy. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry, man. I love you, brother. 561 in the house. Anyhow, guys, let's get.
Is it?
No, it's not that far. But he knows the spots. He knows the spots, and he knows the spots in the Alameda. You know it's good. All right, so let's get on. Let's get on with the show. Let's start with number 1.
We're gonna start out with the conference games, conference champions.
Mm-hmm.
We had the Bengals, and the Rams in 2 really good games. I know the Bengals. They went into overtime, right? Versus the Chiefs. It did.
Yes.
And it was the Chiefs basically flunking out the second half to allow the Bengals to catch up and bring it into overtime. And then they took the ball back. And
what I saw in that game is I saw the defense made second half adjustments while the offense kind of took their foot off the throttle a little bit. And before long, and a couple of bad decisions by Andy Reid at sometimes, some clock management. They didn't take that field goal right before the half. And that momentum swing, them missing that field goal and going for it and running out on time. And Patrick Mahomes is calling timeout. And they're like, no, bro, you ain't got no more timeouts. You're out. There was some mismanagement there. And that momentum shift along with defensive second, halftime adjustments, and Joe Burrow being a badass.
I know, dude. He's
legit.
He's crazy,
bro.
man.
He's legit.
if he wins a Super Bowl, he'll be the first player to win as a quarterback national championship, a Heisman, and a Super Bowl.
Whoa, bro. What a nugget, guys. Right here on the Fins tailgate. Tonk with the one. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, and it's
Heisman,
crazy, like
national champion, and a Super Bowl. He'd be the
yeah,
first
it's
guy
never
ever to
happened.
do it. Holy cow.
And look how fast
Think
he's
being
done it.
so good.
Dude, if he didn't get injured last season, they probably would have went this far too. You know, I think it has so the Bengals got a new head coach.
Yeah, they've had him for a little bit. He used to be in Miami
Zach Taylor.
as our quarterback. He used to be our quarterback coach down here during the Joe Philbin era. In fact, Tonk, most of that staff is all ex-Miami Dolphins staff, bro. Like literally, other than the head coach and a couple of little bit players, the transfers like there's like 10 dudes on their staff in major positions.
So
Lou Armadillo is up there, or Armadillo, or whatever the heck his name is, Armadillo Lou. That's what everybody used to call him on the street, Armadillo Lou.
Yeah, because it was Marvin Lewis for a while, who got him to the playoffs, but they never won. And then Zach Taylor's been there since 2019, and you know, a year later he gets Joe Burrow. And I don't know, man. I'm just like that team has just like made a complete turnaround. They won like 2-3 games just a few years ago.
An 8-8 season after Marvin Lewis left was a good season for the Bengals. They had a nice run there under Marvin Lewis.
They made it to the playoffs. The playoffs.
Let's get through the thing. Do you think the Bengals win it?
If the Bengals win, it's because of Joe Burrow. But if they lose, it's because of Aaron Donald and
company.
Ramsey. No, the other defensive lineman.
Von Miller.
Yeah,
Von Miller.
You
know what? You're right, because
that's hard, man.
You're right, because if you think about it, Joe Burrow, if they win, Joe Burrow wins this game. If Joe Burrow can't win the game, it's going to be those guys that stop him. Damn, bro. What an observation.
The Bucs made an adjustment, and they came back against the Rams heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, they lost by a field goal with zero time.
About the Niners, you mean? The Rams versus the Niners?
Yeah. I'm saying like to beat the Rams.
Oh yeah, no. You almost gotta be more than perfect. But you know what?
I don't think it's gonna take more than a second half adjustment to beat them. You're gonna have to beat them the whole time, because if you let the Rams get ahead, they can torch you. Back,
and not only that, McVay sees that he gets ahead, he freaking goes harder. He's running 5 wide and everything. I think it's a real tall ask, and since not before, but probably around week 4. Me and Brandon the bookie talked, and I told Brandon the bookie that it was going to be either the Chiefs, the Chiefs, Bills, or Titans. I really thought it was going to be the Titans, Chiefs, Bills, and Titans versus the Rams. That's what I thought. No matter what, I knew the Rams were coming out. I've been picking the Rams to go to the Super Bowl since like week 8. And because I said, you know what, everything's perfect on that team. Insert great arm quarterback that can run the system, and you're in deep shit. The only thing that stands in the way of these kinds of things that are built perfect like that, and ask Tom Brady when they were trying to go to 18-0, is heat, bro. And right now, Joe Burrow and those Bengals got heat. Yeah, they're on fire, man.
They are. I know.
But
I think my
money's on the Rams.
I think it's going to be good defense and good offense, because you got 2 SEC quarterbacks going at it. One played for LSU, one played for Georgia.
Yeah,
Stafford played for Georgia, Joe Burrow played for LSU. Like, I love it, man. This is such it's gonna be. I just love how the SEC is just putting out these players into the NFL, and they're starting to dominate.
Yes,
just like the SEC dominates in college.
And you know what, guys? Make sure to let us know in the comments who took that round. Score 1 for Tonk, score 1 for El Capitan. You could do, C1 or T1. We'll figure out how way to measure up these score systems. But please, guys, put a number one way or the other.
Yeah,
in
even
the
like
comment
stat, like what we say is stats.
Yeah. Just give us. Well, I mean,
what we're providing you
by color over here. I'm saying color's telling you got this round. So let's move on to the next round.
So, like every episode, as far as football season, we're doing a cause for cleats.
Oh wait, yeah, let's do the cause for cleats one.
And so I know who you chose, Chris. So I'm gonna go. I chose. He plays on the Bengals. Trenton Irwin.
Trenton Irwin, yeah, I know you.
It's like a community outreach. It's called Saturday Hoops. The reason why I chose this is because whenever it's like, community outreach stuff like that, they go into like more, challenging neighborhoods, lower income neighborhoods, to try to pull these kids out of these situations, mental health wise, and try
Yeah,
to bring them up and
give them
involve
some way
them and
to,
stuff like. And plus, like, just being around kids like that, as someone that successful and that and like
it's
that
more
high
than
up,
just money, bro. It's
yeah,
actually
you can't.
doing
Yeah, you
stuff.
can't. You
Can't buy that.
money. Yeah, you can't buy this. You have to actually go invest
There's
yourself
work
into it.
involved in it.
And I just know how much it means to people when they meet people like their favorite players or
Anything.
artists or
Yeah.
stars. And so like the the stuff that it does for your self-esteem, and you go home feeling happy and talking
Sure,
to your
yeah.
friends about it and stuff like that. So I think like community outreach is really important for our youth.
All right. Well, so what I picked Stafford, and Stafford has what's known as Acoustic Neuroma Association. It's a healthcare thing. And Tonk and I did a little research in the back, and essentially he's bringing awareness not just to this healthcare where he's going to it, the company, but awareness to this type of acoustic neuroma, which is essentially a type of like tumor or cancer that develops in your ear. And I mean, bro, like even him and I were like, damn, dude, I didn't even know like that was a
Yeah.
thing. So it's a real good thing to have a cause for cleats, because here we are finding things. And this was the point of this part of the segment, was to bring awareness. There's community outreach and there's great things like that, but like I had no idea this was even something that needed awareness brought to it. So good for Stafford. Guys, let us know in the comments who takes this round. We actually buzzed through 2 different rounds. We went through the Super Bowl picks and the conference, so we're actually through 4. So what we'll get to, guys, is National Signing Day. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, so what's interesting about, college students being signed now is that they're going to start getting paychecks. So, this National Signing Day is a whole new field now, a whole new dimension of sports. You're bringing monetary wealth into it.
It's not
And
just the education they're selling
yeah,
them on,
and
is it?
like and now, like it's exciting to see like how it's going to really go. And and then with the the transfer portal and stuff like that, just college is just evolving so much. They've always had a National Signing Day, but things have just gotten different for college now, and it means a little bit more.
It's definitely a different
To who you
landscape, to say the
choose.
least.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a different well, it's not like you choose them and now you're stuck with them either. Like over the years, it's emboldened these players to be more responsible in some ways. You know what I'm saying? These young men are more responsible. The technological world we live in is different. These are kids walking in with brands, bro. Some of them are already making money. And these schools up to this point, up to a few years ago, were saying, hey, you can't do that because you now wear our logo. And they're like, well, to hell with your logo. I'm not going to college then. I'm already making money. And there's this bad window where maybe we might lose talented people or great entertainers or something like that, where they should be going to college and should be doing these things. But my point is, to round this out to more Adolphic centric thing, is that on this National Signing Day, and Tonk's got it with the landscape of how it's different and changed. And I was just adding to the fact. But for me, what I've seen that's come out of this is all these reporters and all of these people get together, and always around this time of year, that's why there's no Super Bowl. All these coaches get hired, all these news stories get broken. And right now, I think this is part of the reason why this Flores story came out today, is there was probably these writers rubbing elbows with each other, talking about what they're hearing and how smart of Brian Flores and his team to release it on a day where the media will spread like wildfire. It would have spread like wildfire anyhow, but now all the gossip stories, they're all sitting in the same place. They're going to be able to talk what they think about it. You know what I'm saying? It's not just a story that stays in, in any small circle. It'll breed and go through all of these circles. So
I just hope that, like, along with this payment from playing football, it comes with some like guidance, so they don't blow all their money.
Yeah.
And do, like, I wouldn't, buying a car or a house isn't necessarily a bad thing, but just like, all the other stuff that a 19-year-old, a 20-year-old could spend their money on. I hope it comes with some counseling at the same time.
Some kind of program.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't even thought about that or looked into it. I haven't even heard about that even being mentioned.
Yeah.
When they talked about, because I mean, dude, these kids are gonna be making some money, and like that could be dangerous for a young person, especially if they come from poverty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I hope that they can manage themselves well with this fame and now fortune.
Yeah.
Because I support it. I definitely support it. I just don't want to see bad things happen because too much money is involved.
So we'll move on to the next subject. I didn't really have much to say on the national signing because I'm all tied up, and even my next one's going the same way. So the Rooney Rule in the NFL, and I'll kind of take the lead on this one. Yesterday, since our head coach has been, fired, there was talk in the beginning by some of the big pundits. I actually played a clip on it on the show. It was like, what's his name? Ex-Jets head coach. Can't remember.
Rex Ryan. Edwards?
Rex Ryan.
Rex Ryan.
He was on the panel and they were talking about Brian Flores being a good coach and that, it's surprising and they were waiting to see. And then they talked about Rooney rules and stuff like that. And, there's not enough good representation in the way that it's the most important representation. And TD on TD's Fin talked about this, and I've heard this over the years, and in more ways than one, there's no African American owners in the NFL. Mm-mm. And as a team right now, who up until a few months ago, we had a African American GM and a head coach and a minority owner, which because he's I believe he's Jewish, if I recall correctly. But it felt like there was progression happening in the right ways. And in some ways or another, since they fired Brian Flores, I heard a lot of token interviews to cover the Rooney Rule for Flores. And I felt that was not only belittling to Flores, but belittling to the whole point of the Rooney Rule. You know what I'm saying? The whole point of it is to give an even standard so that people don't become overlooked when they're less represented. And to sit there and just throw Brian Flores' name as a token black guy, let's say it. That's what they're implying. I mean, it's very disrespectful to the rule, and it's disrespectful to Brian Flores, who by all accounts has been a good coach. And up until today, I and very few other people were fighting for Brian Flores and needing to hear his side of the story, because I just didn't understand how he went from being a good coach that I felt were going to take us further. And yes, there's been quarterback issues and there's Deshaun Watson talk, and maybe there's something else there, but I only go on what the product on the field is. The players liked him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not all the players, definitely probably not Tua. But I know something about this organization too. And it's this owner and the scandal of it, bro. It's this owner and his scandal. So while we'll take that into the next subject, you tell me what you think about the Rooney Rule.
So from what I'm reading, the Rooney Rule is a policy that requires league teams to interview ethnic minority candidates for head coaching and senior football operation jobs. It's kind of like affirmative action.
That's right.
There's no necessarily hiring quota, It says just an interviewing quota,
Mm.
but
I think a
and
hiring
I
quota
don't
would be
I
an
think it's a
overstep in a way.
I
I
think
can
it's a
understand
good
that.
thing. I
It
think
is.
it's a good thing to try to force that hand. And you know, when I see like all white head coaches or all white other positions as far as
Well, TD,
coaching.
can I just stop you right there for a second? Because I know where you're kind of going, but TD kind of said something about this on his show earlier. And shout out TD. Thanks for, Mike on the mic on Mondays. He said a lot of the guys in the NFL, face it, are African Americans, and they would feel better, more comfortable, and better represented in these ways. As it's almost like they're keeping. It's the good old boys club, dude. I've been saying this for a while, and I thought in some ways they were keeping our owner out, but it feels like our owner has bought himself into the good old boy club. I thought in the back of my head, Tom, that maybe the Dolphins are getting railroaded and they're keeping my owner out. And from hearing what Brian Flores is saying, there's talk about scandal being paid to lose games, scandal about the owner involved with betting companies. I mean, bro, this is ugly, dude. It is ugly. There's reason why these guys are popping in the comments. Everybody's saying this is crazy bad. What a Tuesday. Not a good thing. I mean, we're talking. Green Rat says it's the stupidest rule, period. But I don't know, man. Like, I feel like we're being set back here in the NFL.
That's different than the Rooney Rule. That's a whole different
I know.
situation.
I'm just saying it's got my head tore
That's
up.
like it's like Pete Rose of the NFL.
Yeah. With the owner, not a general manager.
We could talk about that too, but I just want to finish on,
I'm sorry, man. I can't help it. It's in
I
my
know
head.
you've been upset about this, like, since you told me.
I was pissed when I heard
it's
they
like,
fired Flores.
I don't know why there isn't more minorities in coaching, but I don't see a lot of players becoming coaches. Like Deion Sanders is the only recent person I can think of that went
like
from
Russ
a player
Welker
to a coach. And even though he's doing like college,
well, there's Byron Leftwich is getting head coaching considerations, but he hasn't got the head coaching job. There's very few African American head coaches. I think there's underutilized representation there for certain, man.
I mean,
but
like,
yeah, I would like to see more ex-players in
my
the
lifetime.
Game.
I've definitely seen, so we have Mike Tomlin of the Steelers, Brian Flores with the Dolphins, Tony Dungy, who basically built the Buccaneers from the beginning. Like he left
built the Colts too.
The year before they won the Super Bowl. That was his team, and then he goes and wins with the Colts. Like, he was a great coach. I wish he was still coaching. Mm-hmm. Lovie Smith, he wasn't too bad. I remember when he was with the Bears and the Bucks.
Won it with the Bears,
bad, but he wasn't like.
But it kind of crumbled and deteriorated on him at the end there of his career.
I think that I don't know if I don't know how much it's them or like the situations that they're in and the players that they have.
Yeah, but like when
it went from John Gruden to Raheem Morris, I didn't think Raheem Morris did that good of a job, honestly. And he is I think he's on the Niners.
I think you're
he's
right.
one of the coaches on the Niners.
Yeah, I think he's like something with the Niners now.
I think he's a defensive coordinator, and he's doing
good.
Jim Caldwell, like he brought the Lions to the playoffs a couple of times. They never won, but he brought them there. Marvin Lewis got the Bengals to the
Jim
playoffs.
Caldwell is available for coaching right now. Great coach. I don't see his name being tossed in any hats.
I don't hear it right now either.
Consideration, but I also want to put a little context on the Caldwell. He's had a lot of health complications, and I wonder if people are just worried about his health. But then again,
he's worried about his health. I mean, that's a very stressful.
Yes,
it's a very stressful position.
He's put out there publicly that he wants to hire or wants to.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I mean, I would definitely give Jim Caldwell a chance in a heartbeat. Herm Edwards, he's at Arizona right now.
Green Rat, bro.
They're doing all right.
I don't need that in here, Green Rat, bro. We can have some fun, dude, but I can't have any plantation stuff in a lawsuit, dude. It's like just try to keep it clean, Green Rat. This is the tailgate parade never stops.
This is a sensitive topic.
It is, man. I get it. People feel gaslit and stuff like that. But we're trying to be objective here. But realize this, Green Rat, in the beginning of this, we were only hearing about how bad this guy is. And he just spoke up for the first time about his situation. So let's move on to the next one, bro. Let's call it it's the Brady retires thing. So on Brady retires.
That's why I didn't wear a bow tie tonight. That's why I got all dressed up my Buccaneers, because the greatest quarterback to ever play just retired, and he worked with me. He played on the team
he calls you up every now and again.
He just hit me up, that's why ESPN was all confused, because I didn't give him the official notice yet. Right. But it was just crazy, to see someone succeed that much. And I think I don't know if it's good or bad for the league that he's not there anymore. It was almost like when Michael Jordan left the Bulls, but he didn't really do that good when he went to Washington. Brady's up there with Bill, he's higher than other quarterbacks. He's up there with Bill Russell. You know what I mean? Michael Jordan, the greatest of their sport entirely. Serena Williams, that's where Brady is. And it was really interesting to see someone just be that good
for so long.
And I think that some quarterbacks are starting to show that now, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Matthew Stafford is finally, because he's always been that good. Matthew Stafford's always been good, but he's just been on a terrible team.
And a lot of people gave Matthew Stafford, they're like, you had Megatron, bro, and you
that
had
was it. But you can't name anybody else that he played with.
Just saying, they're like, you got a Hall of Famer back there. They disrespected Stafford, and I think Stafford's going to get his next week. So
it's just crazy. Fitting into a system, he was a team player. That's what I did like about Brady, is that every time he won a Super Bowl, he didn't accept some giant max contract, because all other quarterbacks did that, and then their team sucked. The Ravens, what did they do after they won the Super Bowl? They ain't done nothing. No. And they gave Joe Flacco all that money.
They're just now getting ready to pay another quarterback, because they've been clearing cap space all year to pay him.
Yeah, and just look at what happened with the Washington, the baseball team. They traded what's his name to the Phillies. Mm-hmm. The Phillies paid $300 million. What's his name? What's his name?
I don't know. I'm not a baseball cat, as you know. You're more baseball than me.
What's his freaking name?
Doesn't matter.
He's a really good player, but my point is, you pay this one person all this money, and you
tie up all your budget.
And then the year after he left, the Washington baseball team, they won a World Series. It's it doesn't work by paying one player a bunch of money. So that's what I did like about Brady, is that he was trying to get everybody around him to win. He was the ultimate team player.
My opposition to Brady is a little bit different than yours. You've got a little bit more love for Brady because you're more of a Bucs fan. Brady tortured Dolphins fans. I had to. Now, granted, we have a winning record against him in Miami and against him even abroad. We would always give him the fits. Mm-hmm. And I love beating him. I liked watching him get pissed off and yell at his team. Yeah. It was the greatest. I have utmost respect for what he has done as a football player. I don't like all the whining. There's literally 2 rules in the NFL made for Brady, for him.
I know the tuck rule. What's the other rule?
I can't remember. The low hit rule, whatever the one is where you hit a quarterback low beneath the legs. There's a couple. Anyhow,
that's being phased out in all parts of the game too.
I got it. But it was Brady where they started throwing the flag, and he gets the calls. It's bullshit. My point is that forever while they sat in New England, it was us Dolphin fans were like, they're cheating. The refs are cheating. The team is cheating. You go to freaking what's it called, Foxborough, and your headset don't work. You're in the middle of a damn city and you can't get freaking audio. Okay, so and everyone knows this. It's a running gag. I think at one time, I know it's always been Gillette Stadium, but they're sponsored by like AT&T or something. You can't even get. They got AT&T and it's sponsored by AT&T, and you get no service. That's not a really good look for AT&T. I don't know how they let them do that. My point is that Brady's retirement for me is thank you for the good football. Thank you for being the bad guy to me. And goodbye. But I transitioned that to our last topic. And our last topic being Brady involved in Flores-Ross Dolphins scandal. So there's something that's been circulating here recently about Brady being involved in this scandal on the boat, meeting with Brian Flores. And when this offer to, now this is unconfirmed in ways, but this is what happens when scandal happens. The floodgates open. Was Flores approached? I don't know. I read this. I'll get more on it and on the article, but essentially Brian Flores was to meet with a player and the owner on a boat. And this is where Brian Flores was told that we want you to tank and lose certain number of games. And just recently, Brady was in Miami before his announcement of retirement. He retires. He's attached to this scandal. He's a Michigan alum. Our owner is the biggest booster for Michigan. Harbaugh, from by all accounts on this show, Harbaugh is still coming to the Dolphins. But is Harbaugh tied into this? This is the speculation. This is the speculation I kind of have, bro. Is Flores was forced out because he didn't play ball for this type of scandalous nonsense that my owner's been constantly.
But like, why would Brady get involved? He doesn't play for the Patriots anymore.
I don't listen. What would that have to do with? I don't know. Anything? There's something I don't know. Like I said,
I'm not defending Brady. I'm just saying, like, I can understand if it was Belichick, trying to pay Brian Flores, but like, why would?
I know now, Mike. But just think about what I'm saying here.
But what would bring
maybe
Stephen
he doesn't
Ross,
take that Minnesota job because
Stephen
there's
Ross,
some bigger scandal.
How would that help Stephen Ross to lose games?
I don't know, bro. Like I said,
that wouldn't help.
Meeting. There was some meeting.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. Like I said, this is only reports, and I get it. A lot of shit's coming flying around. But again, I will be cautious on how I look at all of this because the floodgates are open. And one side is suing for Bill Belichick, essentially, for lack of a better term, cock blocking him going and searching for jobs. So think about this.
He's being interviewed by the Saints right now.
Sure, why not? I don't care about that. My point is he goes and interviews for the Giants job. Then
he wants that job.
Well, whatever. He wanted that job, actually. He did.
Yeah, and now chose some guy that
for people who don't know or don't remember, Bill Belichick's first love was the Giants. He wanted to take it over after Parcells, and when that didn't happen in more ways than one, that's when he went to New England. And there's a love-loss kind of hate there, and the Giants has beaten them twice in the Super Bowl. So there's even something else there. My point is that he texted Flo, hey, I hear you're getting the Giants job. Congratulations. It's yours if you want it, essentially. And Flo's like, great, blah, 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 blah. Now, meanwhile, the other job on the horizon that was widely speculated to me and from what I saw as a fit was the Raiders job. Now, that Raiders job, soon after it gets picked up, Flores probably was thinking, I'm getting this Giants job. Then Bill Belichick says, oh, sorry, read it wrong. It's the other Brian. Well, the timeline doesn't match up because the other Brian hadn't even gotten that job yet. So what's he talking about? Or hadn't even interviewed if I recall correctly. I got to check on the timeline, but that's what I'm thinking, or at least that's what I've been told at this point that he hadn't even interviewed for the job the first time, when he then said, oh, it's the other Brian. So how the hell do you even know all this? But all the while that's happening, Josh McDaniels, Brian or Bill Belichick's what's it called? Offensive coordinator is interviewing and getting the Raiders job, a job that Brian Flores could have gotten, I'm sure. He cockblocked him twice. The Giants job and that. Why is Bill Belichick cockblocking this guy? And when we hired him here, we all knew that he didn't like that and that was a thing, and we were happy to stick it to him. But what else is going on here? Something else is
guess
happening.
We're gonna find
now
out.
Brady's name is sprinkled into this.
I don't know what he would have to do with it. Maybe just, I mean,
is there
I don't know. I mean,
scandal happening? Deflate Gate, all this other stuff.
Dude, were you watching that game?
Which game?
Deflate Gate game. Did you see that game?
I'm not gonna go back and speculate because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of cheating going on. He just got caught because he's still cheating. The TB12, the PEDs, the everything, bro. And I get it. These guys, you know, if you're not cheating, you're not trying hard enough.
Look,
I got it.
I was watching that game.
Yeah.
And I saw the interception. The Colts intercepted Tom Brady. And I saw the player after he caught the ball. He was like going like this. And he went up to the ref and he said, hey, this ball is underflated.
Yes. That's right. Well, they knew it was happening. The Colts knew it was happening. This is what's
crazy was the second half starts and they got a brand new ball out there that's fully inflated. And Brady tore it up. So why would he cheat if he's going to do better?
Show going, dog. It starts. Oh no, wait. Sorry, man. It starts in a few more minutes. Never mind. Keep going. I'm sorry, brother. Go ahead.
Why would he need to cheat if he did better when the ball was flated? And I was giving the same argument years ago when he was still in the Pats, because I was like, all right, let's say that he did want to cheat and deflate the ball a little bit, but he did better when the ball was fully inflated. Like, I was watching that game and I was like, I don't know. It was a very weird situation.
I'm not saying that it's all, you know, definitely him.
At the same time,
like, it wouldn't surprise me, bro.
The team should not be allowed to handle the balls. The referees should be handling the balls.
I mean, listen.
Like, why did the teams have that's definitely area for cheating if you allow the teams to handle the balls. Like, this is an official game. This is officially part of the game. There should be no team holding on to this thing. Would you take a team coin and flip it? No, it's probably magnetic and it's going to land on the heads every time. Like, they're not going to allow the team to give the quarter. No. So why are you allowing? So that I think that was the NFL's fault. And like, I don't know why the ball was inflated, but like seeing Brady tear it up when it was inflated was just like, okay, well, like,
I got that, bro. I'm not saying that the inflating or the flating or this, but the scandal part, was the money exchange, money being left in his shoe to pay guys. That's where that scandal was. There was that. Listen, that could be nothing with the ball. I don't know what the hell it could be. It could be slipping the Greens guy a little bit of extra money to make this way. I don't know.
Have you seen the meme right before they played the Eagles, and it says the Eagles' new field coach, and it was like Belichick, like with like a beard.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. Like the Eagles.
I know, right?
Like, I totally think that there was something up there. Like, I'm not gonna say they didn't cheat at all, but like some of this stuff I witnessed myself.
Hashtag toss boss Ross, dude. That's the hashtag right there, guys.
Get rid of Stephen Ross.
Like, yeah, he's got to go, bro. The only consistent in this football team
talk about owners,
is scandal.
I only know one black person that's a billionaire, and that was the guy running for president, that heart doc, that brain surgeon guy. Like, you know, like as far as ownership,
I'm sure. And listen, there's ownership where the whole city owns it. I'm talking about a collaboration.
Yeah.
And in some way this can happen. I mean, listen, Jay-Z probably would be happy to
see that. I know. I would rather see like more, like, instead of one owner, like a whole team.
I don't care,
owners.
one rich guy or a bunch of them. It doesn't matter. I feel like I don't want to say it was a racial reason why Flores got, you know, jerked around, but that's what he's saying. So I got to listen to him. And
I mean, I'm not going to deny
I'm not going to deny that it didn't happen. Ben Carson.
I just think that, like, I think that the NFL, like, I think that they're trying to give coaches the chance. I don't think they're getting long enough chances. Other white head coaches,
coaching
like
guys.
look how terrible what's his name was at Dallas Cowboys. What's his name? After he coached Romo.
Joe's right. It's Don Shula, Jimmy Johnson, Dave Wannstedt, and then nothing but garbage after that, bro. Nothing but garbage after that.
So
Tonk,
yeah, for the Dolphins.
Tonk, listen, why don't you close down the show? You win. I'm gonna start getting the other stream ready for Mike on the mic. Why don't you come over and the three of us will, get on Mike on the mic and we'll talk more about this because there's obviously more to be said. I'm sorry that the game show kind of slipped through our fingers, but we're still working it out, man. You definitely won because you even pulled most of the weight this episode. You know what I'm saying? All right, brother. Thanks, guys. Please make sure to hit
That's why
the
we're
like.
best friends.
I know, right? Please, guys, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, come back next Tuesday. It'll be more of a game show. Hopefully, we'll be talking about a new head coach. Hopefully, be talking about a new owner or something happening.
Hey, Mike, I can start it up for you if you need, because I want to stay talking about this stuff.
Oh, Mike said he's going to be late. Is that what he said?
So you want me to start it up?
Give him a minute, Cap. No, he can wait, but I'm gonna send you the thing. All right, guys, hop over. Mike on the mic's gonna be opening up here real soon. We'll see you guys next time, and
stay warm out there. Unlike them what are they things falling out, the iguanas?
Oh, the iguanas! I know they're literally all falling from the trees.
I'll be nice and warm in the PMW.
I know, right?
All right, thank you, everybody.
Thanks, guys.